Listen up, Supermod fans. Chicagoland Games Dice Dojo is the spot for tabletop gamers to enjoy their hobby through great products and even better events. Dice Dojo has the best variety of board games, RPGs, miniature games, and trading card games like Magic and Pokemon in the city. Check out their many events, including dozens of tournaments and their famous free board game night on Wednesdays. Check out their website at chicagolandgames.com or find them on Facebook at Chicagoland Games. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, Brad Drake, and this is the New Year Series. WWF all month long and live and in living color and coming to you in stereo. So here we are, everybody. We are at the ARCO Arena in Sacramento, California. And some of you are going to get confused here and say, wait a second, the ARCO Arena didn't open up till 1988. That was technically the second ARCO Arena, everybody. The first one was open from 85 until 88. It's now office buildings, apparently, if it's even still there. All right, so here we are. We are in Sacramento, California. Our venue has been selected, and we are not on television. So we're good to go there. Let's take a look at our absent workers. Nothing but the usuals. We have no backstage incidents, which is good for us because we usually have backstage incidents. So here we are, ARCO Arena, Sacramento, California. And we are running the real card in the real venue for this date in history in the last week of May 1987. It is a Sunday night, everybody. Here we go. Of course, all these are realistic matches that were on the card, except for those marked by an asterisk. So as you can see, that's only one match. All right, we're going to have Debbie Combs versus the fabulous Moolah here. Iron Mike Sharpe is going to battle Bam Bam Bigelow. Frenchy Martin is going to face Sivi. Jose Estrada will face Rick Rude in singles action. Johnny V is going to battle Brutus, the Barber Beefcake. Danny Davis is going to face Billy Jack Haynes. In our semi-main event, everybody, we are going to have the Killer Bees face that nasty team of Demolition. And in our main event, everybody, we are going to have the mighty Hercules face Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat, for that Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. Everybody, you know what time it is. I know what time it is. Let's get to booking. All right, here we go. So something I'm going to start doing that I haven't done previously, that I'm not a fan of, but I'm just going to do it because it is realistic, is we're going to have a couple dark matches before the shows. Again, I am not a fan at all of these dark matches, but the WWF really did them. So in turn, we are going to really do them. And they're going to be short, like 5-minute bouts, okay? So, our dark matches. Who do we have here that we're trying to build up? That's the purpose of dark matches. So we have our wrestlers that are coming in that we're trying to get over. We have Rick Rude, Bam Bam Bigelow, and a few others. So let's take a look here at our roster and see who could benefit from some television wins. Sam Houston is definitely one of them. Tom McGee is definitely one of them. So we are going to have Tom McGee here get the win over this Buddy Ryder character. And here is Tom McGee right here. Again, I am not a fan of dark matches, but the WWF did do them, so we're going to do them. And I'm going to indicate it by dark. All right, here we go. And Tom McGee, of course, is going to get the win. And that one's booked. And here's the second pre-show match that we were going to do here. And again, I am not a fan of these matches, but to me, if you're going to have a match like this, it's still in front of the crowd. So a dark match is technically before a television taping, but they were still doing dark matches on house shows. I don't know how, if you were in the audience, how you could realize what was before the show. It just doesn't make any sense. But hey, that's how it is. So that's what they actually did. So that's what we'll do here. All right, here is Bill Jordan. And we are going to have Sam Houston defeat him here, everybody. So here we go. Another win for Sam Houston. And we have Jordan versus Houston. All right, Sam Houston with the W. There we go. That's our two dark matches booked. Now let's get to our regular card here. And our opener is Combs, I believe, versus Moolah. And it is. Combs versus Moolah. They're going to go 10. And yes, I actually made a special thing for dark matches over there. And of course, this match is for the World Women's title. And I got that straightened out in the titles. So here is Debbie Combs. Here is Fabulous Moolah. And the World Women's title is on the line here. And we are going to have Debbie Combs get the win by countout if Moolah allows it. I'm doubtful, but you never know. Yep, there we go. Moolah must win. All right, so there we go. Fabulous Moolah gets the win. Let's change that up to make sure that she's cheating. It's the only explanation for a 60-some-year-old lady getting the win over a very fit and excellent women's wrestler in Debbie Combs, who's about 30 years younger than her. It's the only explanation. All right, Mike Sharpe versus Bam Bam Bigelow here, and they are going to go 12. And here we are, Iron Mike Sharpe. Here's Bam Bam Bigelow. Big signing, Bigelow. Excellent. I remember being a kid and seeing him and just being in awe about how a guy his size could do cartwheels and move like he did. Bam Bam Bigelow was something else. Years later, on the independent circuit, I actually got to work a show with him. And what a cool guy. And he worked hard on that show, and he didn't have to. All right, here is Frenchy Martin and Sivi Afi. And Afi is going to get the rare win here, everybody. You know, overall, this card isn't all that great. I hope we're okay score-wise. I don't see why we wouldn't be. But you never know. So here we go. Sivi Afi with the win. And that one is almost in the books. Now it is. So here we go. Jose Estrada in singles action, breaking off from his usual tag team partner of Johnny Rods against Rick Rude. Rick Rude, of course, came into the WWF from Crockett, and if I remember correctly, he didn't even drop the tag title before he left. He just jumped. And I think they had like Ivan Koloff or somebody tag with Manny Fernandez to drop the title to the Rock and Roll Express. But Rick Rude was something else. And I'll never forget seeing him in the first Survivor Series. And he looked small. And Rick Rude was like 6'5", like 240. And he looked small. That just shows the size and how huge these guys were in the WWF. There we go, the Ravishing One with the win. And of course, you know Bobby Heenan will be by his side. All right, here we go. Johnny V versus the Barber here. And I changed up the barber's picture. So here's Johnny V. Here is Brutus Beefcake. Thought it was a more time-accurate photo. Here we go. Beefer is going to get the win here, everybody. And this one is now in the books also. All right, Dandy Davis against Billy Jack Haynes, and they are going to go 16. And of course, Billy Jack Haynes is going to get the win here. Here is the dangerous one. And here is Billy Jack Haynes. And Haynes with the W here. We're going to actually select the right match type. There we go. All right, the Killer Bees and Demolition. Going to go 18 here. Here are the Killer Bees. Here is Demolition. Auto name this one. We're going to have Demolition get the win here. And we're going to have it by manager interference. Mr. Fuji is going to help his team get the win. And I don't quite know if Demolition had the face paint dialed in that well yet, but they do in this game. They experimented with a lot of different looks with the face paint. I think Axe was still doing the gray with the black on the face. Smash might have had that look already, but Axe did not. All right, so here we go. Here comes our big main event of the mighty Hercules. And he, of course, is going to face Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for that Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. All right, so we have Hercules versus Steamboat. And there it is, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. And Ricky Steamboat is going to get the win here, everybody. And please the crowd, because Steamboat was a crowd pleaser. So here we are at our usual 2 hours, 20 minutes. That's about the right time for a card for us. Plus, we have the 2 dark matches before the show. So here we go. Let's get this one going. Let's see how it goes. All right. Tom McGee gets the win with that torture rack in an abysmal, in an abysmal match. That's great. Tom McGee gets the win with the torture rack. Do we want to look at all the takeaways? There's a lot of them. All right, here we go. Bill Jordan versus Sam Houston. There's another one, an abysmal pre-show match. Sam Houston beats Bill Jordan with a steer buster. All right, here we go. Debbie Combs and Fabulous Moolah. And this one just gets a poor match. And Fabulous Moolah gets the win after blatantly cheating. Moolah should have a finisher. Shouldn't be a submission. So we'll look into that. Probably another instance where for some reason her finisher did not translate over with the new save. We've seen that a lot. All right, Mike Sharpe versus Bam Bam Bigelow, and Bam Bam Bigelow gets the win with the power bomb when we do television tapings here. If Bigelow is ready to make his TV debut, which we can check that right here now. He's got a while yet before we're going to have him make his TV debut. We have to switch over Oliver Humperdinck. All right. Let's see if there's any takeaways. Just the manager business. No problem. All right, up next here, Frenchy Martin and Sivi. This is a horrible show so far. No doubt about it, the people in Sacramento are witnessing a horrible show. Sivi gets the win with the Superfly Splash. Remember, the WWF brought him in after Jimmy Snuka left in order to fill the shoes of Jimmy Snuka, and it never worked out, and the poor guy ended up being enhancement talent, and he was actually a superstar in Hawaii and some other territories. It was a shame, but it wasn't the last time that happened to somebody. All right, up next here, Rick Rude and Jose Estrada, and at least they almost crack a 70 here, and Rick Rude wins with the Rude Awakening here over Estrada. There's a lot of green here, and Jose Estrada was a good wrestler, and obviously, I think very highly of Rick Rude. Johnny V and Brutus Beefcake get a 67. This is another one of those weird ones. Doesn't make any sense. 57, 67 gets a 67. Fair enough. Their feud continues. Brutus Beefcake wins with that sleeper hold. All right, excellent. Coming up here, I'm telling you, this is a really bad card. I'm concerned. I think the Bees and Demolition could save us, and the main event should save us too. So here we go. 77 as Billy Jack Haynes wins with that full Nelson over Dangerous Danny Davis. And we're ready to move on here. There we go. Our tag match here gets a 91. Excellent score. And yeah, Demolition's looking good, and so is the Killer Bees. So are the Killer Bees, I should say. Lots of green here, and green equals money in TEW. You know it. All right. You know what? We got to check. We got to check Blair and Brunzel and Blair for tag. Drive me nuts. Tag specialist. All right, let's see how the main event does here, everybody. And we get an outstanding 90 score, which may just save this card. 90. There we go. Ricky Steamboat gets the win with the flying karate chop. Good for him. Good stuff. Yeah, bonus all the way through. This is a good main event. Hercules was a lot better than what we remember. I remember like his massive heel run. I remember his feud with Ultimate Warrior and stuff like that. And then he was kind of that guy that always won on TV, but then he would lose the matches on big events and stuff like that. But Hercules Hernandez was the real deal. He was a superstar and everywhere he went, including the UWF Mid-South. And I guess he was a really nasty, tough guy. And he was also just a really good wrestler. All right, let's finish this one up, everybody. And of course, we all know about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The guy's fantastic. All right, 88 overall, no popularity changes. And that was a rough card outside of that main event. And if we didn't have the settings that we have in place right now, that one probably would have suffered. We're going to point out Steamboat. We're going to point out Hercules. And I'd also like to point out Rick Rude, just for the heck of it. I mean, obviously, Demolition and the Killer Bees deserve it, but I can't put all four of them in there, so we're not going to do it at all. All right, great performance, good performance. Let's make that speech. Steamboat is pleased, Hercules is pleased, and Ricky Rude is pleased. We're going to take us back to the main screen here. It's going to tell us we didn't have enough big enough wrestlers on the event. You can guarantee that. So we will be in the Bayern Arena on Monday, week 2 of June, because we have all of our TV tapings coming up here, everybody. And you know how we do it with the TV tapings. It's a lot of them, all week long. All right, here we go. Continental has left the NWA, so I can take care of that off screen. Dick Slater is now gone. Jimmy Jack Funk is now gone. And that's just fine. We don't need either one of them. So there we go. Slater is gone. And we should actually put Hillbilly Jim up here. There we go. We'll bump up Mulligan. Tom McGee here. All right, there we go. And Jimmy Jack Funk is also gone. So we can take him out of enhancement. That poor guy, he just didn't stand a chance with that Jimmy Jack Funk thing. They brought him in after Terry Funk left, and it just wasn't going to do anything for him. All right, there he is. Probably right in front of my face the whole time. We can remove him and move everybody else up one. I know. I get carried away with this level of detail, but it's what I do, everybody. All right, so there we go. Rick Gantner can be gone. Tommy Short, get him adjusted here. All right, we've got plenty of people now for enhancement matches. No doubt about it. We're all set. TV, I got to write all the TV. I haven't done that yet. We're due for a big title change here, and it's going to happen. So we'll get to look forward to that. Who's Kevin Sullivan leaving here? Florida? Yeah, he's leaving Florida. All right, let's take a look at our incoming here. AWA have made a contract offer. No way that they're coming anywhere near what we're offering. There's no way. It's being seriously considered. You got to be kidding me. $13,340, 2 years. $1,000 signing bonus. Well, let's offer him $15,000. And let's offer him a $5,000 signing bonus. All right, there we go. All right, Missy Hyatt is gone. Nick Konieczki's gone. Good. King Kong Bundy is back, everybody. It's good for us. Even though I don't think King Kong Bundy was the happiest of men in the WWF at this point. I remember watching some shoot interviews where he talked about that. So here we go. Our wrestlers, the other wrestlers we signed are finishing up their deals with other promotions that they work for, which is good. There it is. There's our typical lack of big names business. All-American Wrestling, 183,000 viewers. BS. Wrestling Challenge, 95,000, almost 96,000. BS. So let's double check Zhukov here. And I don't think anybody else has made an offer to him. They have not. We have. We're going to end up getting him. We can delete all this jazz. There we go. And let's take a look here. Ooh, Crockett didn't run last night. UWF did, though. Williams over Parsons, main event. Michael Hayes over Black Bart. Fantastic Sheep Herders. This is not a bad card at all. This is actually a pretty good card. Especially for 1987 UWF. It is. It's a good card. So, all right, everybody, that's going to do it for us here. For those of you that are new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment below. Let us know how you found the channel and what you think of us so far. For those of you that are looking for version 10 of the Supermod, you can find it over on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCastNetwork. Don't be bashful, everybody. Don't be shy. Check out that merchandise just below the screen here in the merchandise shelf. We got some really cool t-shirts, and they're quite affordable. Last but not least, everybody, you can check us out on social media at facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us over on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back in action tomorrow with more WWF action.